Greetings, everybody. GraybeardGamer here, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about Arc Raiders. Only this time, I think I'm going to go a little deep and into woo-woo land, and that might turn some of you folks off. So feel free, once it starts going woo-woo out into psychology world, feel free to take off, and I'll be back to my normal self as soon as I can possibly get there. But in the meantime, for those that stuck around, you know, if you've seen my videos and other people's videos, you realize, or if you've played the game, you realize that for whatever reason, there is a pattern that seems to flow with, depending on which mode you're playing in. You know, if you're playing in threes, duos, or solos. And I think my last video or the last two videos, I was talking about how nice people are that play solos. And I mean, you can go back and watch it. And if you play this game, you already noticed it because I see other people talking about it. You know, when you're with your two teammates and you're playing trios, you just never know what's going to happen. Excuse me, what's going to happen when you run into other raiders. You got people that will just literally ambush you or snipe you from across the map. Just because they don't like seeing you walk around, or they want to come over and see what you got if they can kill all of you. I don't know what the thought process is on that. Then you have the rats, and the rats, for those that don't play this game, are the ones that literally will come in friendly, and it's a total ambush. Hey man, we're all friends. We're just passing through. We're going to exfil with you guys, whatever. And then when you least suspect it, they turn their weapons on you and they take what you got. Or they'll help you kill a bastion or some large arc and act like they're on your team, you know, that they're helping you out. You're on the same mission, and then rip you off as your body lies there twitching. You know, those are rats, and that's a special kind of bad guy, in my opinion. Now, when you play duos, it's weird. The chances of running into rats are still there, but they seem to be, and this is just my experience, they seem to be lessened by a noticeable percentage. And the most interesting part of my discovery with Arc Raiders is that when you're playing solo, I like to be real animated when I make videos. Makes me feel intelligent. All I got is a GED, so don't let the fucking hand motion fool you. But yeah, I am proud of it, bitches. But here's the thing. When you're playing solo, for whatever reason, people are super friendly. I mean, look, I'm 63 years old, and so just like in real life, I could have a GPS in a map factory and I can't find my way to the fucking exit. And on Arc Raiders, man, if I'm inside a building, there is no chance that I'm going to be able to find the way out or up to the next floor or down to the next level. I just walk around like I'm literally in full-blown seizure dementia, and, you know, trying to escape from the old folks' home. I'm lost and I can't get out. And I can't tell you how many times people, you know, they hear me bumping into corners and lockers and shit, and they're like, "Hey, old dude, you look like you're lost and stumbling around. You know, you want me to?" And they'll like offer to lead me to the exfil. Is it called an exfil? I keep calling it an exfil. I'm just gonna, or is it an extraction point? Whatever it is, man, it's where you go back down below. I think it's an extraction. No, I'm gonna call it exfil. I don't give a crap. So they will lead you over there. I mean, just random people walking by. Hey, you look like you're lost. Why don't you follow me? I know where the exit is, or the exfil. Here, let me bring you to the subway, you know, whatever. And you're like, holy shit. And then, as if that's not kind enough, you know, they're just as likely to go, hey, by the way, I have extra, you know, arc metal. I've got an extra gun, whatever. They'll give you a gift after you've just taken their time because you're a freaking old dude in a young person's game bumping your head against walls. They just help you. It's unbelievable. Now, I did make a video the other day, and I mentioned the fact that all day, I was going out on solo missions just to see what it was like. And I'd go out and I'd get lost, and I was trying to get olives or whatever, trying to fulfill some missions. And I think I went on 7 or 8 missions back to back. And on one of them, I go over, you can see the video, I go over to a raider, what is it called? A raider cache. And I bend down and I'm looking through it, and I stand up. Some dude pops out from behind a tree and executes me. And I said, "Congratulations, you're the first asshole of the day." And he's like, "Oh, thank you." So, you know, not a bad deal, not bad numbers. But here's where I want to get into some Dr. Phil shit. because I'm this way. When you get old, you will think of shit like this. So don't judge me yet. Wait till you get here and you're like, man, what was that old dude's name? Freaking stupid beard gamer, whatever. You're gonna you look back on it and you're gonna go, oh, I get it, because we have time to think because we're tired. And I start thinking as I'm driving around throughout my day, I'm thinking to myself, why are they nicer? I mean, this is how bad it is, and there's no bullshit, you guys. As an aside, I literally am driving with my wife. I'm in my truck, my badass Ram Rebel truck, and I'm driving along today because we were going out to do some Christmas shopping. And guess what I'm listening to on Spotify? Yeah, the Arc Raider playlist. I know, that's how bad it is. It's like I'm listening. I've never listened to a game's music. My dog wants to get on my lap. A game's music. Anyways, that's how bad I've got this addiction, Arc Raiders. So, but I started thinking to myself as I'm driving along, listening to the Arc Raiders soundtrack, why are they nice? And then you start to imagine, in the real world, Betty, I'm trying to make this. I'm so sorry, you guys. Look, I love her more than I love you guys, so I can't push her away. And I know it's irritating, but I love my dogs, and I'm just not willing to hurt their feelings to make a video. Okay, so you're gonna have to suck it up. And by the way, it's Christmas, and these are Christmas kisses, and Christmas kisses are so valuable. I wonder if I need mental help. Anyways, hang on. No, can you imagine if I drank alcohol? Because this is actually the way I am, you guys. I'm sorry. It's because I'm drinking coffee because I want to stay up late because it's Christmas Eve and I got to wait a couple hours for midnight so we can do our thing. You've totally thrown me off, Maddie. I have no idea what else. Oh, Arc Raiders and solo playing. I started thinking to myself, and I really do. I apologize. I started thinking to myself, in a real world situation, let's just say it's a post-apocalyptic environment and we're out there running around looking for resources. Do you realize that this game, Arc Raiders, is really showing all of us who we are? I know that sounds weird and like way out there, but if you think about it, I'm so sorry. I should just punch her right in the face and just learn to be, I'm going to do it. Didn't work. Oh, it did work. Oh, all I had to do was punch you. Okay, I love you. You're better than them. So anyways, I'll make out more later. So, oh, Maddie, you're such a good dog. But here's the thing. It's letting us know who we really are. Think about this. When you're playing solos on Arc Raiders, you're finding out not only who you are as a human being in a chaotic environment where the risks are high and the rewards are higher, or vice versa, and you're finding out how other people are. Because let's just think about it. Have any of you run into a rat when you're playing solos? I'd love to hear about it. In fact, I should look that up and see if there's any on YouTube, because I would bet anything that a person who plays this game as a rat and plays in solo mode is a real MFer in real life. Like, in the core of that person, you're seeing it bleed into his gameplay. And I know some people are going to be like, holy shit, it's just a game. And I get it. Sometimes you do want to just like give it a shot, so to speak. I mean, I've sniped at, when I first started playing the game, I sniped at a guy and was going to take a dude down, and he ended up killing me because I suck. But I went to shoot him. But here's the thing. I felt like shit right as I pulled the trigger. Like, wow, what am I doing? And then I got exactly what I deserved. And then I really felt guilty. I don't think these rats feel guilty at all in the gameplay, because I think that it's a reflection of who they really are. And I think if they were put into a situation where they had to go and gather resources and run into other people that were gathering resources for life, to sustain life, I think those are the people that would literally cut your throat to grab that can of gas that they just watched you siphon from that car that was sitting, that abandoned car in the parking lot, post-nuclear war or earthquake or whatever. Does any of that make sense? Do you guys, how far off of the reservation am I in terms of this theory? And again, to sum it up, the theory is quite simply that who we are, the Arc Raiders is such a good game that it actually, who we are internally, it manifests itself in our gameplay. If we're the types of cutthroat people who think just about us. And look, how do I know that if I had a young family where they were starving to death, I honestly don't think there's any scenario where I could go blast somebody just to get their food. I don't think that's possible. But we really don't know, do we? And so I could be talking all self-righteous as the old bald dude talking about, yeah, I'm one of the good guys because I felt guilty in Ark Raiders when I shot at a guy. But then in a real situation, who knows what I'd do, right? But it's a question worth asking ourselves, and it's something that I'm asking you to be aware of. Look around in the game and see if and then that could really, this could go into all kinds of directions as to whether or not we are in a simulation, playing a version of a simulation. There's so many ways this could go, but let me know if you're interested in this shit, because I could go on and on and on and on. I got a lot of shit, and I'm really not dumbing it down. I'm toning it down because I don't want you guys to go, man, this guy's a total nutcase, and leave me, because I also have low self-esteem, and I want you as my followers. But anyways, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this stuff, man. Give me something, man, just for the algorithm. Just hit a like and leave me a comment. You talk too much. You suck. I love you, even though you can't play. You're a nutcase. Why'd you let the dog interrupt the video and make it so long? You could edit all that out, All right, anyways, Merry Christmas and stay safe.